The wind swept low across the ranch that evening, dragging long sighs through the dry grass and shaking the loose boards of Aaron Cole's fence. The sun dipped slow and crimson behind the hills, painting the sky like a warning no one asked for. Aaron wiped sweat from his forehead and leaned against the post he had just fixed when he felt it again, that quiet presence near the creek. She stood half-hidden beneath the trees, still as a shadow, watching him. He had seen her 3 days ago, thin, dust-covered, eyes sharp and guarded. A tribal girl, no older than 21, carrying silence like armor. The first time he stepped closer, she pulled a knife without hesitation. The second time, she didn't need to. Now, on the third evening, she didn't move as he walked slowly toward the water, keeping his steps visible. "It'll get colder when the sun drops," he said gently, stopping at a distance. "Nights are harsher than the days." She said nothing. Her eyes stayed fixed on him, measuring him. Up close, he could see how exhausted she was, not just her body, but her spirit. A dark bruise marked her wrist where her sleeve had slipped. Another shadow rested near her collarbone. Aaron's jaw tightened. He crouched near the bank, keeping space. "There's food by the fence," he added. "Didn't want to scare you." Something flickered in her gaze, surprise, maybe doubt. Then she swayed slightly, losing balance for a moment. Instinct pulled him forward. His hand reached to steady her arm. She flinched hard. "Don't leave marks," she whispered. The words were quiet, but heavy. Aaron froze, pulling his hand back slowly. "I'm not going to hurt you," he said softly. "They all say that," she replied, her voice empty. The wind picked up, brushing her dark hair across her face. Aaron stood there, feeling something settle heavy in his chest, anger for things he couldn't fix. "You don't have to trust me," he said. "But no one here will touch you." She watched him like something trapped, deciding if this place was different. For the first time in years, Aaron hoped he could prove he wasn't like the others. The rain came suddenly, a hard silver curtain sweeping across the land. Thunder cracked above as Aaron secured the barn doors. His first thought wasn't for the animals, it was for her. He found her near the creek, soaked, arms wrapped around herself but still standing strong against the storm. "You'll freeze out here," he called. She looked at him, guarded. The cabin's warm. Fire's already lit. Lightning flashed behind him. For a second, she looked young, then the walls returned. Still, she followed. Inside, the cabin smelled of wood smoke. Aaron moved carefully, placing another log in the fire. She stayed near the door, watching everything, mapping exits. He held out a blanket without stepping closer. "Take it." After a pause, she stepped forward. Their fingers brushed, her body stiffened. "Don't leave marks," she whispered again. Aaron felt the weight of it. "No one touches you unless you say so," he said quietly. She searched his face. Most men would ignore that promise, he didn't. He stepped back, giving her space. Minutes passed. Slowly, her shoulders relaxed. She wrapped the blanket around herself like armor. "My name is Liana," she said softly. "Aaron," he replied. Silence followed, but softer now. She spoke in fragments: soldiers, fire, escape. He didn't ask for more. Outside, faint hoofbeats echoed through the storm. Aaron's hand moved near the rifle. Something had changed inside him. This wasn't kindness anymore, this was protection. And anyone who tried to take her back would have to face him first. Morning came cold and quiet. Liana was already awake, sitting by the window, listening. Aaron heard it too, distant hoofbeats. 3 riders appeared over the ridge. Aaron stepped outside, closing the door gently behind him. The men circled slowly, dust rising around them. "We're looking for someone," one called. Aaron stayed calm. Nothing here but cattle. Their smiles were thin. One man moved toward the porch. Aaron blocked his path. "She's not here," he said firmly. The man's eyes narrowed. "She belongs with her people." Aaron didn't move. "Then go find them." Tension snapped tight. The cabin door creaked open. Liana stepped out, chin raised. "I belong nowhere you stand," she said quietly. The men laughed. One reached for her arm. Aaron moved instantly, striking his wrist away and raising his rifle. "You touch her, you don't leave," he said coldly. Silence filled the air. The riders hesitated, weighing the risk. Finally, they turned away. "This isn't over," one muttered. Aaron didn't lower the rifle until they disappeared. When he turned back, Liana looked at him differently now. "You stopped," she said softly. "When I told you not to leave marks, you listened." Aaron rested the rifle. "You decide your place," he said. For the first time, her guard lowered, not because danger was gone, but because respect had taken its place. Weeks passed, and the ranch grew quieter. Liana no longer hid near the creek. She moved freely, learning the land, the animals, the rhythm of life. Aaron never forced closeness. He left space, always careful. One afternoon, a stubborn horse refused to cross water. Aaron struggled, but Liana stepped forward, whispered softly, and the horse obeyed. A laugh escaped her, light, real. It surprised them both. But peace never lasted long. The riders returned one night with fire and weapons. Flames swallowed the barn. Smoke filled the air. "Go!" Aaron shouted. "Take the back trail." She stood firm. "I won't run." Gunfire echoed. He held her shoulders, steady but gentle. "This isn't running, it's choosing to live." She looked at him, then moved with purpose, freeing the horses while he fought. The battle was fast and brutal. A shot hit Aaron's side. He staggered but kept fighting until the attackers fled. Silence returned with the dying fire. Aaron dropped to his knee. Liana rushed to him, pressing her hands against the wound. They trembled, but didn't pull away. "Don't leave marks," she whispered, tears falling now for a different reason. Aaron smiled faintly. "Wasn't planning to." As the first light of dawn touched the burned ranch, she helped him stand, not as someone saved, but as someone who chose to stay.